3D printing is becoming a more popular thing to see at craft shows. So the question then becomes, if you're going to do 3D prints at craft shows, how do you stand out from everyone else? I've talked about before on how to set up the booth and everything, but now I think I'd like to spend some time talking about the products we have and our take on trying to stand out and give you a, just at least from my standpoint, how we do it. So we just got done with a couple of craft shows and we got one coming up this weekend. So the printers are busy at work behind me printing stuff for the craft shows, and which doesn't leave us time to do any other experimentation of other stuff. So I thought I'd continue on talking about craft shows and how we do things with it. In the future, we're looking to expand out and get a couple more printers so we can get more volume and do more things, but that's for a later video. So today, let's focus on what things we print for the craft shows and my philosophy on trying to stand out with all the others. So in the last few craft shows that we were at, I walked around and I saw at least 4 or 5 other 3D print booths there at the time, with all with excellent quality material. But it becomes, when you start to walk around, you start to see a lot of the same things. You see the dragons are very popular. The dragon eggs are very popular. Fidget toys always go over great with kids. But that's what they have a lot of. And I'm thinking, well, how can we be a little bit different? So what I want to do today is to show you what things we are printing, you know, what subscriptions we have to sell stuff, because that always comes in the equation of you can only have stuff to sell that you are allowed to sell. So what do you pick? What subscriptions do you pick to be able to sell stuff? So I'd like to just go through that with you today, show you what we got, and talk about my philosophy on how to stand out in the crowd. So when I talk about the types of 3D prints we have, I've got them split into really 4 categories of things. The first is from a maker that's very popular, Mire. I'll put the links to all these things down below, but he does a lot of animals of different sorts, and these are just some of the collections, the flexies we call them. You know, polar bears, axolotls. This tree here is for a sloth, which hangs on there, pretty darn cute. That's on the printer right now, in fact. But you can see very nice quality type things. Turtle, I like the Highland cow. I thought this was a very interesting idea. It's a snail, but you can pull off the shell and put on for different decorations for different times of the year. Pumpkin for fall, the skull for Halloween, the Christmas decoration for Christmas. You just pop them off and you just put on another one. So those are some of our bigger ones, but really what we did a lot of was his keychains. So it's just miniatures of a lot of these things. You get frogs, hedgehogs, sharks, all these different kind of animals, and we really like those. And we put those on a rack right out front, and they do always get a lot of attention. Everyone likes to come look at the keychains. You know, they're articulated, so they're you know, all the joints do move on them. And then for one that he just put out for Easter is his little chick in a shell, which is also cute. So we like doing the Mire for the animals or statues. Then for what we consider our fidgets, we have these clickers. It's the maker here is Clickify, and they put them out one or two a month, and all they are is just little clickers. We got Easter ones here. We got some Mario themed ones, dinosaurs, all sorts. And again, these are nice. This is the setup the way we have it there. So you get all the kids or any of the adults and just love to just stand there and click them. Again, another good attention grabber. So you have the animals and the fidgets, which are pretty common between a lot of the sellers at craft shows. But these next two are kind of things different that we have gotten that we haven't seen a lot of. The first one is called this Cascade Connect. And what it is just, again, based on the Connect 4 type game. You just put the balls down, kind of the satisfying drop. And the other thing that is very interesting about this game is that once you're done, you just lift them up and the balls go to the proper side. And then you set it down and you're good to go again. Or when you're ready to be done, you can just set it in there, slide it, put the lock on, and you're good for storage. It's a good travel game. And a lot of people come by to try that out and find that very interesting. But I think our biggest attention grabber is this right here, our propeller launchers. It's by a maker, and this is the only thing he puts out. I'd like to see him do more stuff. But this is all 3D printed. If you can see the gears in there, it just rotates. And what you do is you put it on the launcher on there, twist it either direction, and these things will go 10, 15 feet in the air easily. You get the two different sizes, the small ones and the large ones, and this is where we track the kids. So just to give you an idea of how this works, just a simple click, and up it goes. And again, 20 feet in the air, I can send it across the yard. Just a simple toy, but it attracts a lot of attention. So they see these and we hand them one and let them try it. And sometimes we're chasing these flyers all over the facility, trying not to get into too much trouble, but it usually draws attention. And then the other thing you can do is put it on this thing and turn and make it into a top. So there's lots of possibilities here with this, but again, for us, this is something different that grabs attention and that we haven't seen others do at the show. So what we have here is we have 4 different subscriptions that we have. This one, the Cascade Connect, the clickers, the maker's Clickify for those, and then all the Matt Meyer. So this is the extent for our booth. And again, we'll look for more, but we're just trying to find things that stand out. And this is what we've come up with. So the point I want to make here is that looking at my prints, we got from 4 different, we are subscribing and we are selling other prints that other persons have designed. But you still need to look and find your niche at what you're wanting to do, whether it's you're looking for others. For example, I saw a video on a guy at a that had a 3D prints at a gun show. And what was he selling? He was selling ammo boxes that look like inserts for Milwaukee toolboxes. Finding your niche. Again, we're still we're looking at designing our own stuff to sell at the print at craft shows, but we're still early in the process, and we still want to set ourselves apart, looking for the challenge. And that's what I'm hoping to point out to you, is to continue to look for the challenge. Look where you can stand out and do something different. So my name is Rick, and this is my channel, looking for challenges and retirements. And if you found this video helpful, like and subscribe, but more importantly, comment. What do you think of my ideas for 3D prints to sell? What are you selling? I really would like to hear other ideas on how to proceed from here. But until next time, thank you for watching me, and take care.